Hi, this is Algebra 2, Chapter 6, Practice Test Solutions, and this time we're going to do 20, 21, and 22, inverse functions. Okay, for number 20, find the inverse of f of x equals 3/5 x plus 9. Well, remember the process. We have to start by changing the f of x to y just to make it easier to handle when we do the algebra. Now, what we're going to do is switch the x and the y because the inverse function, the domains and range swap places. So instead of y, it's going to be x equals 3/5 times y plus 9. After that, all we have to do is solve for y. So subtract 9. So x minus 9 equals 3/5 y. Okay, the last step, in order to get rid of this 3/5 in front of the y, I know some of you like to divide by 3/5, but I prefer to multiply by the reciprocal, 5/3. So the 5/3 and 3/5 cancel. And if y equals, I'm going to distribute the 5x minus 45, and then put the divided by 3 in the bottom. Okay, so that's still in equation form. To write it in inverse function form, I'm going to pull the y out in front, and I'm going to write f inverse of x equals 5x minus 45 over 3. Okay, so the inverse of f of x equals 3/5 x plus 9 is f inverse of x is 5x minus 45 over 3. Okay, now 21. It's already in equation form, so all we have to do is to find the inverse is start by swapping the x's and the y's. Okay, and then solve it for y. So divide both sides by 7 first. So y cubed equals x over 7. Now I'll just take the cube root of both sides. The cube root of y cubed is just y. So y will equal the cube root of x over 7. All right, for this type of problem, we're not going to bother rationalizing the denominator. So the final answer, the inverse, is y equals the cube root of x over 7. Oops, there we go. Now, for number 22, we have to verify that these two functions are inverses. And it says to use f of g of x and g of f of x. We have to show that when we do both composite functions, we end up with x. Look at this. It says show work. If you have no work, you have no credit. That's true. If you don't show this on the test, you're not getting any points. So let's do f of g of x to start with. So f of x is 3 times x plus 15. Now instead of x, we're putting in this whole g of x, 1/3 x minus 5. Okay, to simplify this, we distribute the 3. 1/3 times 3 is 1, so we end up with x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Okay, and then we have the plus 15 on the outside. Well, negative 15 plus 15 is 0, so we just end up with x. So f of g of x equals x. Okay, yay. So that works for the first point. Okay, now we have to do g of f of x. G of f of x. So start with the function g, which is 1/3 x minus 5. Okay, now into that, instead of x, we're pulling out its x and we're putting in the function f of x, the 3x plus 15. All right, so distribute the 1/3. 1/3 times 3x equals just x. 1/3 of 15 is 5. Then outside parentheses, we have minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0, so we end up just x. So g of f of x equals just x. All right, so that's also good. Since they both end up simplifying just down to x, we can say, therefore, they are inverses. All right, there we go. Good luck on Friday, or Tuesday.